Welcome to your Daily Writing Habit, episode 111. If you are writing a book or thinking about it, or maybe you've started writing a book and are having some trouble finishing it, you are in the right place. Hello, I'm your host, Christine Whitmarsh, also known as Christine Inc., I-N-K. Each day, I'm sharing with you the writing habits I've picked up over my 18 years as a ghostwriter, book coach, and author. I have found that three things in particular have a huge impact on your success as an author: writing fundamentals, productivity, and mindset habits. Here's today's inspirational quote. If you were born with the ability to change someone's perspective or emotions, never waste that gift. It is one of the most powerful gifts God can give, the ability to influence. Shannon L. Alder. That's an awesome quote. I particularly love that one. The ability to influence, and that's what we have as authors. So today we are let's talk about productivity habits, specifically writing habits. And I'll share with you that I have something that I talk about on social media quite a bit, my habits worksheet, which is just a list of daily things that I feel are important to be done every day. Everything from, some form of exercise to creating, some sort of content to represent my brand, all sorts of things. I even have juggling on there. I actually juggle while the coffee is brewing. So just things that I want to be working on every day. And when we hold ourselves accountable, whether, with an accountability partner, or we put it on our schedule, or in my case, I have it on a worksheet, it just increases the odds that it will get done. So I have a daily habits worksheet. I have a work grid. I have all sorts of things. And over the years, people that I know have become kind of fascinated by my productivity tools. So with my daily worksheet is, as I mentioned, some sort of daily movement. This doesn't necessarily mean go to the gym for an hour, or some of you know that I take aerial classes, so circus. I only do that a few times a week, but I do some sort of physical movement every day. I even invented something called condition yoga because I couldn't decide if I wanted to do conditioning or yoga, so I combined them together. The point I'm making is that some members of my Writers Club Live book writing club last month, they were asking me about condition yoga and some of my other, physical movement habits, and they wanted to know what I was doing and all the logistics and the what of my exercises. So rather than sharing with them the what and going into great detail and describing those exercises, I kind of flipped the conversation and I encouraged them to look more deeply into their why for incorporating regular movement into their lives. And this will connect to writing momentarily. And my why for moving daily is the constant training that I have to do for my circus classes, for my aerial routines. I do lyra, which is like the aerial hoop, the hoop that's in the air that you've seen in Cirque du Soleil, things like that. So to be able to do that requires pretty constant conditioning, including daily conditioning. So my why is very important. And this started in the fall of 2017 when my why for getting into this in the first place was the gym was not working. Home workout videos were not working. I wasn't exercising. I was at my heaviest. I was at my most out of shape. I was not happy. My body just hurt from the lack of activity. And I was kind of at my wit's end, and I found circus, and I said, you know what? I think fun is my trigger here, and I don't have fun at the gym. I don't have fun in these other places. And something like this, I'm never not going to have fun. With circus, I am always going to either have a routine or a training goal. There's always going to be something new and exciting to work towards. So I think this is for me. And I was absolutely right. That was about a couple years ago, and I've never looked back. So that became my why, which is the fun. And now with my daily conditioning, my why is to train for the fun. So whether we're talking about physical movement or writing your book, while you're working to fine tune your what. So think of all the whats of writing your book. Your, book development, your strategies. You might have, a writing cave habit where you set the circumstances, you set the conditions for your daily writing sessions to make sure they're conducive to a productive writing, which is, unplugging, and maybe you light a certain scented candle or you play certain type of music. All the different habits that you've created around writing your book, all the whats, and the whats including who you're writing the book for and your vision for writing it and your architecture and your table of contents and, all the logistics of what is it going to take physically, as a writer for me to write this book? Those are all the whats. But remember also to focus and connect with, on a regular basis, your why. And you might do this with journaling. So just periodically, as you're writing your book, just remember, okay, why am I writing this? What drove me to undertake this project in the first place? Because the why is the thing that will ultimately drive you to success. I've seen this in my coaching clients time and time again, especially when they kind of slide off track because of life. And, it doesn't always, the book project doesn't always go the way you think it will be, where I'm going to write every day for 1 hour and all this kind of thing. Just life intervenes and sometimes you fall off track, and that's okay. Forgive yourself, have some self-compassion, and reconnect with your why. Whether it's a selfish why, where it's I need to get this story out, I just need to get this story out to the world, or a selfless one where I know people will benefit from my story. Just periodically throughout your book project, reconnect with your why. Why are you writing this book? Why does this book need to be written? Because that's really your energy line there. And that will solve the problems of procrastination and fear. 90% of the time it will. Whatever issues, whatever blocks you're encountering while you're writing your book, if you just, hit the brakes, grab your journal, take some breaths, and really just tune into your why. Why do you need to write this book? Why do you want to write this book? That will solve a lot of the logistical problems of your book project. So that is today's productivity/mindset tip. And I'd love to connect with you online. If you want to join my Ink Authors group on Facebook, I'd love to see you guys pop in there. I already see a few of you popping in, and you list Alexa as your reason for joining Ink Authors, and I love to see that. Thank you for joining me here on your daily writing habit, where I'm helping you write and finish writing an awesome book. And if you know someone else who wants to do the same, please share this with them. Thank you, and until tomorrow, happy writing.